All right. Hello, hello, hello. I am back. And I am more stubborn than Periscope. So, you know, hello, Karen. Periscope totally booted me out, but I am more stubborn. So, I'm still going to be here. I just keep bouncing back. That's what I do. That's what I do. I just keep bouncing back. All right. So, where was I? Oh yeah, I just had to share it really quick. Sorry. Having technical difficulties. All right. Come on. There we go. So I had this rough sketch, and then you'll notice the face. Let me see if I could get a good look at that. The face is a little more refined, and that's because I sketched like the face. Probably this is the second sketch with some adjustments. So 2.5 is the face. This face sketch is 2.5. So it gets more refined as I go from like a rough sketch to a refined sketch. And then as usual, I focus on these little eyes because they are the focus of any portrait. You need to get the eyes done to show connection, emotion, all that is done right from the eyes. So if you can't get the eyes right, you might as well, if you can't get the eyes right, you might as well just start your portrait over because it's not going to look right. So even when I have a picture of a dog and you can't see the eyes, I will make the eyes a little clearer, brighter, make sure you can see the pupils. You know, a little bit of an artistic license that I know people need to make a connection. The eyes will help people connect to the subject in a portrait. The only time not to worry about the eyes is if you are conveying, hi Arcade, if you are trying to convey a certain mood where, you know, sorrow or burden or heaviness, or somebody might be looking down, or shyness, something like that. If somebody's looking down, then you have to use the emotion of the eyes still, but you might not be seeing the pupils of the eyes, but it's the way the head's tilted or how the eyes are downcast that can create the emotion you're looking for. Because art is all about emotion. People emotionally connect to it. So as an artist, you need to have a little bit of psychology experience so you know how to get people to connect to what you're trying to convey. Alright, so I'm just doing this little... It's true, yep. You kind of have to know, okay, I know how people are going to look at this. How do I want them to look at this? How does that come across? Those are all things that all artists do, whether they're consciously thinking about it or not. Yeah, it's all about how much white of the eye am I going to show? How much, it all conveys a different thing. Yeah, probably. Yeah, even when it looks like they don't care, I know everybody cares. Alright, so I'm just going to darken up this pupil a little bit. And on this layer, I do like to define the eye shape slightly. It's when you add some of these little details. So now I really can't see the white. This dog doesn't really have whites in his eyes. The eyes are filled with this black line, which then runs into his eyelid, which is also pretty dark. So we're going to just kind of fill that in like that. And you want to create a little bit of moistness. So we'll just like slide it around a little. The shadow close to the lid, because the lid of the eye little shadow into the pupil and iris. And then the light will reflect down into the iris part. So you want to make a little bit of light mixed in with the color. And remember, the iris is a muscle that contracts, so everything, basically the color part of the eye is the muscle of the eye. Alright. Alright. So that one looks okay. And the good thing about digital, you can always come back and play with it if you need to. So I have the dark part of my pupil. I want a little more of a reflection in here. The pupil will reflect surrounding areas, which is always something to kind of keep in mind. It's not just a black spot. And then we'll just do our blending, and I just blend with water. It's my brush is called Just Add Water, and that's exactly what it's like. It's like just adding water. And I'm just going to drag to and from the pupil area, which creates those muscle strands in the direction I want them to be contracting. So you start out very rough, and then you refine it. So you want to get your color. I need new glasses. I have a hard time trying to see here your comment. Let me turn my brightness up on this thing maybe. I'm telling you, today has been a day. Okay, that might help. Might help if I have the brightness turned up on my tablet so I can actually see what you guys type, right? As you fall out. This is a great morning. But see, this is a good experience, you guys, because I lost the case for my tablet. So I have it jammed in here. I have to go buy another case. But you gotta, roll with it, right? This is how you roll with it, and you just kind of laugh. And if you're a scoper, stuff happens. So don't be intimidated by it. Alright, are you guys still there? Oh, yeah, are you still there? Oh, did I block you out again? Oh my gosh. Arcade, give me a heart or something if you're still there. I'm all worried that I totally bumped people off. Okay, good. He's alive! He's alive! He's alive! He lives! Alright. So now, the harder part is always the second eye. The first eyes are always easy. The second eye is always more difficult because you need to make it look. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure you were alive. The second eye is always harder because you have to try to make it look like the first eye. So that's the trick. Some people do have different eyes, but most people have eyes that are the same. Alright, I'm trying to get it so you guys can see. Usually I work on this way, way closer, but I want to be able, you guys, to see the comparison as well. Hi, thanks for coming. Is it really? Naturally, it's just bigger than the other? Oh, that's cool. Very unique. I'm also fascinated with people or animals who have two different colored eyes. I think that's pretty cool too. My eyes change color drastically. I think I naturally have a really dark blue eye, which almost looks like black, sort of dark brown sometimes. It's a very deep blue. But depending on the weather or what I'm wearing, or sometimes how I'm feeling, my eyes are different colors. Anywhere from like a green to almost a hazel. It's really strange. I want to get a little extra dot here, since I have it in the other one. Okay. Not liking that. Oh, is it a husky? Do you have a husky? Or part husky? A collie with blue eyes. Wow. That's neat. I didn't like my spots, so I'm doing it over again. Oh, huh. Okay, do they tend to have blue eyes? I don't know so much about them. I'm learning. Like, I don't know anything about these American Coonhounds, but I'm going to draw one and I'll sort of learn about it as I draw it. Oh, okay, well see, that's special then. I love that. It's also like when I do somebody's portrait for them, like I'm doing a dog portrait, I always like to know the dog's name and the history behind the dog a little bit, because I like connecting to it. The more I can connect to the subject, dog or cat that I'm drawing, the better I tend to like how my drawing comes out. Oh, wow. See, that's special. I mean, even if it's like considered an undesirable thing for the breed or something, you know, that I would prefer having uniqueness. Oh, is that his picture? I almost saw it. Okay, so I'm going to shade here and shade here. Get these little flecks, and I want one little bit of brightness here. Okay, because light comes down, it gets shadowed by the lid, and then it will reflect in the bottom part of the eye. You have to remember that this part is a circle, like a marble. So this part will be covered, and it will catch that edge right there, and that's why you usually get like a little bit of a lighter part, almost like a white added to it, or it looks like it's lit from within. That's how that happens. But it brightens up the eye just a little bit. Alright, so let me take a step back to see how those are going. So from a distance, because this is the full portrait, it's not just his face, I want to make sure that I can connect with the eyes enough that when I start drawing around it, that they will, you know, be present, which they look good. I can see both pupils, I can see the reflection. It'll be alright. Yay! Only took me a half hour, guys. With technical difficulties. Just saying. So, in case you haven't been here before, I'd just like to remind you that I'm Kathy Grillo of Kathy Grillo Designs. And I'd really appreciate any follows and likes, especially on my Facebook page and my Instagram page. I'd like to get to know you guys. So if you want to join my page, you can join the conversation, and I'm always available for chatting. Thank you for inviting people, and I'm always, I like to get to know everybody. Some of my other friends here can stick up and say, yes, she's a real person, and she'll talk about real stuff, and she does really care. So I am. And also, today I'm scoping for LDCC. Take a screenshot. This is our lineup for today. We have some great, amazing artists A lot of interesting things going on. So if you enjoy art and different kinds of art and want to explore some things, follow some of these people, or just look for hashtag LDCC or hashtag ArtBlock, and you'll be able to find us. And if you really like art, if you're an artist or you really like art and just want to be a great supporter of arts, hi Deb, there she is right there. There's Debbie, who is Deb of Little Debs, and you can find us on Little Deb's Creative Crew and join us. Join our little art family. We're on all this social media, and we're growing every day. So come and support us, or come and be inspired, and we'll support you. It's all good. Yeah, it's working now. My chat's working now, Deb. Alright, that was our commercial break. I like doing it on the hour. No, you do not have to be an artist to join. You can just enjoy art and want to support people and get to know the artists better and just be a art supporter, because they're just as important as an artist. Okay, love you too. But yeah, if we didn't have people who supported art, artists would have nobody to really do art for. We would just be having tons of stuff in our closets that we did for ourselves. Plus, artists can be a little bit of an insecure bunch. We always use people who say, "Yay, I love that. That looks great." And then you'll get to know us a little personally, because we do, like personal chats and all that stuff, and share our pages and our work and our processes. It's lots of fun. Alright, I'm starting a new layer, and this one is going to be face. I make up great titles for my layers. Now, a lot of times when I'm doing a super furry dog, the front of the face will be on a different layer, so I can get like hair and stuff on there, but this dog has really short hair, so his whole face will probably be on the same layer. I'm just going to zoom in slightly. And I always start around eyes. Oh, I'm just drawing this American Coonhound. If you have any questions, that's great. This is a digital oil painting. And here's his face that I'm going to be working on. I just finished the eyes. And I always start with the eyes, and for some reason I tend to always start with this eye. Thank you. I just started. But if you follow me, you can see some of my other stuff. Yeah, eventually I get there where they look pretty good. Actually, I don't quit until they look pretty good. So, This is an American Coonhound. I guess they do kind of have a beagle face, but they have much bigger, lanky bodies. This is the first time I'm kind of doing one. Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, I just have, I'm just kind of working on it. And we'll see what happens. So what I like to do really quick, I like to just kind of lay down a little bit of color here. He has a slightly variety of color, but not too bad. And really, I'm just using this picture a little bit for marking and guidance and sort of a starting point for my colors. So I'll click here and I'll say, okay, it's kind of that color, or I want to maybe make it a little more vibrant. Then I'll, jack it up. But I'm just kind of laying in some colors here really quick. Going in the direction that the hair goes on that part of the body. And get this little eyelid. Actually, I've only been doing digital art since last January. I got this program for Christmas, and I have been teaching myself how to do it. Hi, Daniel. And just yesterday, I got this new program. I used to use Corel Painter 2016, and last night I got Corel Painter 2017. So there's a few things that are kind of cool that I have to explore. But basically, I'm just going through the manual and teaching myself So it's try it out, see what happens. It might work, it might not work. I don't know. What are you gonna lose? And that's how I learned. But Corel Painter did a really good job of transferring how the mediums work. So my traditional skills were, I used to do graphite pencil drawings a lot just because they were cheap. So those skills transferred pretty well over into drawing on the computer. So I have this brush. I'm going to make it bigger. This is my just water brush. And basically it's going to be like a controlled watercolor. I'm just kind of laying down a little bit of a base color that I will draw my details on top of. So I'm just kind of spreading this out a little bit. Thanks for the questions too, by the way. I mean, I'm not a mind reader, so if there's something you want to know, ask and I'll do my best to explain it. Hi. Hi guys, all my boys are here. My boys are here. Thank you, boys. So sometimes when I do certain types of art, I will draw under the sketch. When I tend to do dog portraits, I tend to color on top of the sketch. Well, I need more coffee. It's just, I don't know, it's just the way I do it. Well, good question. Yes, right now it is kind of just a hobby. I do have people who ask me to do this for them once in a while, and I'm more than glad to do it because I'm working on trying to make it a job. Yeah, coffee. I'm currently a part-time nanny, and the little girl I watch is like 3, so she'll be going to school pretty soon, and by the time she goes to school, it'd be nice to, have this as a part-time job instead of, well, I'm not going to go do anything else. I'm too old. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. You know it. Yep, got to. I'm not going to say I wasted. Life kind of happened, I had children when I was young. I was busy. Things happened and I didn't draw or do anything for about 20 years. Yes, 20 years. I'm old, okay? And, then there comes a point where, okay, now it's my time. I did what I had to do. Now I want to do what I want to do. And I do not want to work in like a store in retail or something stupid. I would rather make beautiful things and make people happy. I'm lucky enough I have a wonderful husband who supports all this craziness. So I really do not have to eventually go to work. I could probably do this even if I never sold anything. But it's so much more nicer when you make people happy and they appreciate it. So that's the dream. And if you follow me here or on Instagram, you can see a photo, or on Facebook too. You see a photo of my new studio room here that I just created for myself. And on my wall, I have a little inspiration, and I have a whole blackboard wall. And so I change it with little drawings and inspiration things up there. And also we talk about anything. Yeah, hang on, I'll show it to you. You can screenshot. Here's all my info. There's my email address, all the social media I'm on. You take a screenshot, follow me. Great. Yeah, send me a message, say hi, let me know, who you are. I'd love to get to know you. Other people on here can tell you that I do that. I have private messages. I have helped people with their art or just talk about whatever. I'm here. I'm a friend. Don't be shy. All right. Thank you. I love seeing people enjoy art and be inspired by it, and I think the world needs a little more of it. So I'm totally open to trying to tell you how I do stuff. Sometimes I don't know how I do stuff. Can I guess where you're from? No, I can't. How am I supposed to guess where you're from? I'm looking for the clues. I didn't see a clue in the name. Okay, I'm just trying to get this eyelid here. Middle Europe. Oh, exciting. Hungary. Are you really? My family has ties to Hungary. And my one cousin's wife is very Hungarian. Love it. Ah! Whatever that is. I don't know how to say your name, so that's what you got. That's one thing I love about Periscope, you guys. I make friends from all over the entire world. All over the world. And it's without the government BS saying all whatever they want to say about other people. I judge people on their own. You know, people are people, no matter where we live or what kind of things we live in. And I love how I can just, get to know people without all the government propaganda stuff in my way. And I can tell them how I feel personally if I choose to. They don't need to sit there and think, oh, all people in America don't like us or want to bomb us or whatever they're being told. So I love it. I have friends from all over. Okay, it's so dark. And this corner of his eye is still darker than that. And it's bothering me. I'm trying to get this. His eyelid crease is kind of weird, but I need to get the eyelid, the way the eyelid works over his eye really helps with some of his emotion that it's showing. So that's the reason I'm nitpicking at that a little bit right now. Okay. Although, thanks. Thanks for spending some time with me. I appreciate any of the time somebody can spend hanging out, seeing some pretty art. I hope you come back again. Have a great day. I want to open this eyelid up a little bit. Come back. I haven't really got time to play around with this program yet. This is the new one. I'm using the new version right now. So this isn't the same version I used yesterday. So I'm still, most of everything's the same. But there's some stuff that's a little different. Oh, that one kind of works. Okay. So now I need this, color. And he has this weird little transition by his eye. But I really want to try to get his markings pretty close. I was learning all sorts of little computer tricks last night, though. After frustration of not understanding what they were trying to tell me, and I figured it out, I was like, yes! I can't believe I have less than 10 minutes. I'm just getting on a roll. So that's why I always try to do the eyes beforehand, you guys. Because by the time I get the eyes to where I want to go, my hour's done. And that stinks. So I'm just starting to get into some cool detail hair work now. And my time's going to be done. But I guess you guys got to see the eyes, which I don't show too much, so. And hopefully some people got something out of that. And how I start establishing a face, I guess. Gotta look on the bright side. Thank you. This is only the start. It's a very, very early start. I feel like it didn't have a lot to show you. Thank you. And actually I didn't spend as much time as I usually do on the eyes, so that's crazy. So I'm going to save this right here. Oh, I do all the time. I broadcast at least Mondays, Fridays, Saturdays, usually on Sunday, and then various evening times during the week. Doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It depends when I get some time to get into my studio here. Hang on. We have like 5 minutes. I'm going to save this. And I'll bring up some of my other stuff really quick if you want to hang around. And I have like 5 minutes. I can show you where I'm going with it. Thank you. Okay. Finished. Now some of this stuff's really old and some of it's new. So this is one of my cats that I've just recently finished. I'm just starting out working on cats since I know people love their cats as much as I love my dog. So this is the very first cat breed. So I'm working on the cat. Just some bad old stuff in here too, so I'll tell you to ignore it. I do fashion illustrations. This is Aisha Ash. I like to do custom fashion illustrations. So like if you're a dancer or your wedding or prom or whatever, I can, do a custom painting for you. But this is Aisha Ash. Thank you. This is just her on a more printable size. Same thing. That's old. You can tell the difference. This is what practice. Okay. This is what practice does. That's from like way back when I started. So practice, 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 and then more practice. It only helps your game and helps you figure out how to do stuff. Here's an Afghan hound. An Airedale Terrier. It's an Akita. There's my Husky. I just finished that one. Or actually, it's not a Husky. It's an Alaskan Malamute. Sorry. I'm learning all these dog breeds too. Here's another famous ballerina. Her name is Alina Samova. She dances with the Molinsky Ballet in Russia. This is Allison DeBona. She dances with Ballet West out of Colorado. Well, I'll get there. I'm going through the AKC kennel breeds. Thank you. I'm going through the kennel breeds and or doing custom, commissions. So if you want your collie done, you can always contact me. Anyway, so this is just fun. Hi, Juba Jade. Juba Jade, put up some emojis. Everybody follow Juba Jade. She's up next. This is just me playing with digital texture, and I like butterflies and flowers. Oh, there's my biz card. That was for my son. That's my logo I designed for myself. Those are old. This is the black and white one because they used my butterfly for Mental Health Awareness Month in May. There's another one. This butterfly. What else is on here? Oh, there's a little kitten. See, you can tell the difference. These are old ones. These are older. Yeah, these aren't as good because they were when I was still learning. There's some little chihuahuas. This was a commission portrait that I did. Here's a bridal portrait. This is my son's best friend's wife. And then what I do is I print this. I do this. And then I print this out on a linen paper. and then I paint it with acrylic paints, and anything that's like her beadwork and stuff gets glitter and everything on it. So it's an embellished portrait. So that's how the fashion stuff goes. There's another just little design thing. Now see, these are the old dancers. So you can see how far I came in a few months. So practice, 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 and your style will get better and change. These are the old ones. I don't even know why I show these. I think the only reason I show the old ones is to show how much progress you can make if you just get out there and draw and keep doing it. I mean, this was me just kind of learning digital art and figuring it out. So, I like this one though. This is my favorite from the old style. That's one of my first dancer oil paintings. Scary, but you know, it kind of worked. From that was the illustration one. Old stuff. This is a more digital, playing around. Oh, well, you can contact me. I'm willing to work stuff out. This was for a Pokemon challenge. So I drew Eevee, like, in my style. She's a little, you know, I don't know much about Pokemon, so. That's just me playing around with the watercolor setting on my program. I hope 2017's watercolors work better. 2016's watercolors worked good. It just lagged and it was so slow. So that's why I never do digital watercolor on here. But I have real watercolors in my office now. Or my studio. Not my office. Studio, I have to call it then. I hate sounding so snobby though. I'm in my studio. I hate that. This is a logo I did. And this is another butterfly. This is another portrait. I just finished this one not too long ago. This is JP Pablo's dogs. He lives in Vegas. It's Trinity and Neo. This is another bride. She liked her embellished one so much she ordered another copy for her grandmother. So I printed it out and painted it up for her just last week. This was a commissioned piece for my friend you guys might know, Ford Dandy. She follows a lot of us artists. Okay, great, thanks. Looking forward to getting to see you around and know you better. Thanks for spending some time. I only have like a minute anyway. Here's another dog. This is Lucy Lou. Maddie Ziegler. Another logo. There's another cat I did. There's a cat. Oh God, that's funny. This is my very first oil painting. I never did oils ever, not even digitally or in real life. And so I did this and it was my very first oil painting on here. Digital oil paint. That's a palette paint with oils. The whole entire painting was done with just the palette knife setting. So see, I'll challenge myself. This is oil pastels. I think these were one of the first ones I did. The oil pastels. And I blended them because I really liked the colors and the brass instruments. It's a kitty. That's my Chewy. A really old kind of, not realistic, just kind of drawing of Chewy. There's another one of those. There's like 4 of them. This is inks. This is digital inks. I did this as was a piece for a little group, and it was basically saying that music is a universal language, so is art. There's a little... This Viking was inspired by the squiggles in my marble countertop in my bathroom. I'll explain that one at some future date, but yeah. I see faces in my countertop. I'm not totally crazy. I do. I see faces in the swirls on my countertop. And so this was one of them. And that's another palette painting. And that's it. And it is now 11 o'clock and time to go see Jade. Hi, thanks. Bye, Jessica. Everybody, it's time for Jade to be on. So we need to go find... Oh, where is that schedule again? Go find Juba Jade and see what she's up to. She's a really good artist too, you guys. Does some really interesting stuff. So check her out. And there's the rest of our lineup today. Brown Paper Bunny. There she is. Put some stuff up, Brown Paper Bunny. Follow her. She's on tonight. Put up some emojis there, Jessica. There she is. Follow her. She's on tonight. Woohoo, we have a good day today. All right, everybody, have a wonderful creative day, and I will see you around in the social media. I hope. I'm pretty sure I will. Talk to y'all later.